due to a powerful explosion. Yes, more on that later in the show. Let's quickly skim through international newspapers. The New York Times leads with reports on American and European the Japanese city of Ishimaki in northeast Japan 9 days after the region was devastated by a massive earthquake and tsunami. Miracles of miracles. There was another story, I think, when that Haiti earthquake happened last year. This man who was saved after two weeks or something, almost a month or something, and he stayed alive on just, water dripping from somewhere, and that was a miracle as well. Yeah. And also in Balakot, we have miracles all over. So anybody who has to be saved shall be saved. Moving images now, and we are going to start the week with a bang. And most of these images are a mystery to me as well, let me confess, because they are going to be a surprise for you and me both. Yeah, first one, ice riders. Beautiful. The things that people come up with while protesting, I think the message is loud and clear there. I don't know, it just did not make sense to me. I'm not going to leave my chicken tikka for it, but I do get what they mean. Okay, once again, happy Nowruz to all the people who celebrate it and our Iranian friends across the border as well. I'm very happy today. See, I'm wearing red. Do you wear red on Nowruz? Okay, long story there, forget it. Day in history now, and today happens to be the 21st of March. Of course I knew that. I was just checking you guys out. I knew it. And day in history now. Some people have been writing to us, and we asked you guys to give us suggestions about what things to change, what more to put in the show, and some people are of the view that we should get rid of this segment entirely, and a lot more really like this segment because they get to see the birthdays of their favorite pop stars and film actors and artists and everybody. And now we are in a kind of what I call a kashmakash, what to do, whether we should stay with this or not. I like it personally. I love it. It refreshes my memory every morning. There you are. We can upgrade it a little bit. Anyway, that comes later. A couple of stories now, as I always say, coming your way to equip you for the day. What's happening, what was happening. Libya now. Libyan leader Colonel Gaddafi has said his people are preparing for a long war and would defeat the Western nations which attacked his forces with airstrikes overnight. Yeah. Now, Gaddafi has been in power for 4 decades, and he sounded defiant, saying repeatedly he would not be forced out by a crusader alliance. This is what he said, referred to the United States, Britain and France, their allied forces. Now, the US-led military coalition. And in Paris, Mr. Cameron and Nicolas Sarkozy, the French president, led a summit that agreed to all necessary action in a move back by the United States and other European countries as well. So there you have it. This is what is happening. And just so you know what was happening in Libya, now a new hearing aid that hangs out on your teeth instead of inside your ears has just been approved for use in Europe. How about that? Now, Monitus Medical said that the mechanism is the first ever non-surgical device to use bone conduction, and now that it's set to be used in Europe, hopefully it'll make its way over to our shores before too long, because it sounds pretty cool. I liked it. Yeah. Okay, now Palestinian militants in Gaza have fired more than 50 mortar shells into Israel this weekend, and the heaviest barrage in 2 years, by the way, raising the prospect of a new Middle East flare-up. I don't know why they did that, but I'll tell you. Now, the violence comes amid increasing calls for reconciliation between Western-backed Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and his bitter rivals, who are the Islamic militant group Hamas. And Abbas is seeking UN recognition for a Palestinian state by the fall and is currently lobbying for votes worldwide. And Hamas acknowledged it launched some of the mortars, an unusual move as the Islamic militant group does not usually take responsibility for such attacks, but groups which do take responsibility want it to be known, of course. Yeah, so they are asking for something. There you have it. And we are going to be taking, we are going to be taking a very short break. When we come back, we have more interesting stories for you. And today we have answers, your answers to TMS file questions as well. Very interesting. Story obviously will chronicle the couple's first meeting at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland and follow the ups and downs of their 9-year courtship. Okay, now Thailand's Andaman coast is home to many Moken or so-called sea gypsies, and with their unique language and seafarer way of life, the Moken are often forgotten ethnic groups in Southeast Asia. Now efforts are being made to fully integrate the Moken into Thailand, and we got to see what's happening over there. Now this is really interesting because I am looking forward to a rapper becoming the president of a country. That would be fun to watch, you know, how he would meet the rest of the world's leaders. Okay, now raw pizza and pasta are on the menu at a growing number of restaurants in Canada, preferring not to cook the food they serve. This is interesting news, and it's about food, and I got to see it. You know, eating vegetarian is good for you, but eating like just raw food, interesting. I don't know if I would be able to live off that, but it looked very nice, rawlicious, as it said. Okay, now as a place synonymous with extravagance and good fortune, it could be said that Las Vegas was dealt a bad hand when recession struck. But after one of the worst economic slumps of any American city, the so-called capital of second chances is hailing a powerful new weapon in its fight back. Celine Dion, yes. But she's Celine Dion, anything she sings is good. A 29-stone sumo wrestler will this weekend become the heaviest person ever to run a marathon. I got to see him. Can we see him? Of it. Now, bodies of 29 laborers have been pulled out of the collapsed coal mine in Surang area of Balochistan, while hopes for 10 miners still trapped hundreds of feet below the mine are fading. A total of 48 miners had been working at a depth of 1,200 meters inside the Surang coal mine run by the state-owned Pakistan Mineral Development Corporation. And officials say the chances of survival for the trapped miners are slim in the poorly ventilated mine, and accumulation of gas in the most common cause of mine blasts. Balochistan Secretary of Mines and Minerals Mushtaq Resani has said that rescue operation has yielded in the recovery of 7 workers thus far, and military experts and engineers have been called in for help in the rescue process. And earlier, an official said the rescue efforts were being severely hampered by the presence of choking gases. And I don't know, that just saw some of the visuals over there. I wish we could have some miracle stories that, like the one in Chile last year, you know, how all the miners were rescued. Anyway, stay tuned to Express 24/7. You will, of course, be getting the updates of the rest of the 10 who are trapped inside still. Now, Wyclef Jean, the hip-hop singer, was shot in the hand while campaigning for a fellow performer who is running for president of Haiti. Good one there. Let's see whether he does it or not. Leading Australian cartoonist and caricaturist Ed Aragon has taken his art to a new level. His work is invisible. I am such an artist that way as well. Now, that is, of course, until it is viewed in the dark. And you got to see this report.
Ed Aragon's home.
You know, I was thinking that we have introduced you to so many forms of art. I mean, this is another one. You can only see it in the dark. How interesting is that? And how easy would that be as well? Yeah, I don't know. I just got thinking I could do it too. You know, make something in, and you people can't see it until they see it through a proper light or something, ultraviolet, white light or something like that. Anything would look like art in that light. Seriously. Okay, and I've been told actually that if you shoot through night light, people look prettier. I don't know, was that a message for me or something like that? No? Oh well, we are going to take a short break while I settle this thing, and we are going to catch you in just a bit.